Good evening and welcome to Heritage High School, where the Warriorettes prepare to take on the Lady Mountaineers in the substate game with a chance to make a trip to Murfreesboro, Sam. And we've got a fun one on our hands. Well, the Warriorettes coming off of certainly not their best performance. They took a loss in the region championship to Upperman and are looking to rebound here tonight. You can see it on the faces of the Warriorettes. It's a loud gym, but they look unfazed, locked in, and ready to go here tonight. They're in a very hostile environment, but I think they've got something to prove here. Well, here we go.
Clark gets the three, and the Warriorettes open the scoring off.
She gets a screen. Now she rolls to stop and pull up, and she drains it. Winningham floats it into Reed. Reed through the contact. Just babies the defender.
Everybody's got a rebound. Let's go.
Stolen away by the Lady Mountaineers. They take a three and they knock it down. Emma Jones gets it up to Selby. She's going to try a three, and she answers
16
right
minutes to play in Murfreesboro. Whatever it takes for these 16 minutes, you get the job done. Whatever rebound, whatever stop, whatever play you've got to make. In the next 16 minutes, you sell out for the name that's on your jersey and the people that are here to watch you play.
Clark cuts back to her right. Left is short. Second chance, pushing it up the floor. They drive down, and an and one at the buzzer. And that's the game. And it's all over.
A lot of times a lot of games that you coach through your careers, they're easy to forget. That's one that will stick with me for a long time. We lost some games this summer in summer camp that we probably shouldn't have lost. But I think it was really good for us because it woke us up, and then we grew and we got better. And that kind of carried over into August. And I came in with the mentality that I was going to challenge them every single day. Every single day of conditioning, every single day of lifting, every single day that we were in the gym. I was going to try to make it as hard as I can make it on them to see who wanted to push through it and who wanted to sit back and complain about it. You get that mentality of a championship mentality. It's not easy. Nobody around here is just going to hand something to you. There's too many good teams in the upper Cumberland. There's too many good teams in the state that you're going to play every night that want it just as bad as you do. But you don't get to that mentality by just showing up on a Monday through Friday and just rolling a basketball out and saying, hey, let's just go do this. You got to put the time in. You got to put the work in. And their mentality has grown big time. A couple that push themselves out in front of everybody else So then you have 2 or 3 more that follow them, and then by the time you look at it, everybody's with them. And that's when you know that a team's starting to come together and a team all is on the same page, is when everybody's holding everybody accountable.
All right, full court layups, let's go. All right, make sure you're going full speed. Once you hit half court, full speed. Let's go.
Well, going into last season, it was a younger team, but there was still some experience there, and obviously with an experienced coach in Dodgen, we knew that team was going to be successful. We knew they'd make a run. And early on, they kind of had state tournament written all over them. I mean, that team was dominating each and every game. Obviously, the way it ended was heartbreaking, but I think everybody knew the potential that team had last year.
You know, we made the first run, they made a run. We answered back, and you know, the last 3.5, 4 minutes, you kind of feel like you're in the right spot to win the game with, you know, arguably some kids that haven't been on the floor in those situations ever.
Really, throughout my entire commentating career, I feel like we were never really on the wrong side of a miracle. Almost, we got to witness a lot of good games, and then there was that one. It always just kind of felt like one we were going to find a way to win.
You know, then you get to the last 8 seconds, I guess, and you know, we hit a free throw to go up 1 and get the ball out of their best player's hands, and in your mind, you're kind of sitting there thinking, you know, we've got this.
And then walking down the court, they inbound the ball. You see that floater, it falls in, and it felt like it happened in slow motion. I remember I was looking over, Max Simmons beside me, and we were just in disbelief. Like, we didn't have words for what just happened.
Once everybody started storming on the court, that's whenever I realized, we had let everybody down, and it was just disappointing.
We just stood there, and it's like, it's over, you know?
You can still replay that moment over and over and over again in your head, and it doesn't change and it doesn't get any better. But it's just one of those emotions of a game that you go from the highs all the way to the lows in a span of 8 seconds.
We had to wait because the doors were locked for some reason, and we were all out there just shocked. We were all just staring at each other, and we couldn't believe what had happened. We thought we had it in the bag, and then they got lucky and hit a shot, but we were just sobbing from just about everybody. And you know, when the seniors were given their last few words, we had realized that it was over and we could never go back to that moment. I thought we were going to state for sure, and you know, we barely missed it.
They left everything that they had on the floor there that night at Heritage, and when you walk into a locker room, there's not much you can say at that except as a coach, you're proud of them for their effort. You're proud of them for the way that they went down and represented White County High School and did everything that they possibly could do to win the ball game.
I mean, everybody was just talking about don't worry about it. You know, you had a very successful season, but I just it didn't feel like enough. Felt like we were set out to do more.
All right, let's go. Ball handling, let's go. Yeah, normal back here. Corners, in the corners. Here we go, let's go. Let's go. Work and stay low, let's go. Work and stay low. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go, 2 ball, let's go. Somebody want to have a partner, just go by yourself. 2 ball, go by yourself,
Obviously, we've got a new group of kids, and they've all matured a year. They've all gotten older. They've all gotten stronger. They've hopefully mentally and physically tougher. And you know, it's such a long grind for a season. I mean, we're starting with conditioning and lifting and stuff. You're starting that in August, and you're going all the way through hopefully the middle of March. So it's a long grind, and I think that they've got to understand from last year to this year the importance of taking care of yourself. Importance of, hey, we got to do everything we can to make sure that we're healthy, and then we need to do everything that we can do every single night that we step on the floor. That's the biggest challenge for this group of kids this year. Who is going to step up and be our leader? We had a leader last year, had two. Had Celeste Reed, had Piper Price, two great leaders for our program. That's the thing that we're looking for this year, and you got multiple candidates, and they can do it all together. And when everybody's bought in and do it all together, it makes everything so much easier.
We need a leader that's going to step up and not be afraid if somebody gets their feelings hurt and gets mad at you. Some of you going through the motions is unacceptable. Go again. Let's go. 3 spot. Go, Bella.
It's tough with leadership sometimes because, some don't want to step on each other's toes, and that's fine. I've got my ideas in my head who's going to step up and be that leader, but I'm waiting to see when it happens.
We don't have one particular leader. We actually had a practice last week, and Jermaine was there. Dodgen wasn't there. And he asked me, who's the leader? We need to break it down. And I was like, well, we don't really have one. We kind of all just do our own thing. I don't really think we have one this year, at least not yet.
Obviously you want your seniors to step in and be the leaders, and they have been. To an extent, they've been vocal leaders for us. But I've got a couple in my mind that I think at some point that light's going to shine, and when they do, it's not going to shock me. I think it'll shock some of their teammates who it's going to be. But I think you've got some kids that can embrace that role of being a leader.
I think we're still trying to find the main leader of our team. I've never really had to be the one to yell at everybody in practice, but I feel I'm encouraging, I guess.
I know that my role this year is much more important, and I know that I have a big role to take, and I definitely feel a lot of pressure about it, but I think I'm going to be just fine.
Every team's got to have that leader, no matter if it's the best player on the team or if it's somebody that's at the end of the bench. If they're being accountable, you can be a leader by being accountable on and off the floor.
It was under my shirt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys be over there.
All right.
Coach right here.
Now by the White County Warriorettes girls basketball program here at 7 AAA Media Day on the rooftop of Fire Provide. My name's Jacob Vincent. We've got Coach Dodgen and senior Ava Jones, junior Chris Clark. And guys, as you get ready for this season, Ava, I'll start it with you. I asked Ellie Butler the same question earlier because you guys are going to be going to the same school next year. How nice is it to kind of get the commitment out of the way? You choose your school, and now you can just focus on playing basketball here in your senior season.
Yes, it's great. I'm glad that Trevecca is a great school. I think they were the right choice for me. I'm very excited about it, and now I'm just glad to focus on the season and hit it hard, yeah.
Gracie, we'll go over to you. Obviously, you came on in a big way last season. You were voted the most improved player by the district. What are you trying to improve on this year?
My shooting, for sure, and, also losing Celeste, we're going to have to play a little bit faster, so just, doing that better and just adjusting to the way we have to play this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
County Warriorettes.
Appreciate it, guys.
E-Money, you're up.
Hey, that wasn't bad at all.
Hey, Jake, you got to talk into his good.
No, that was not bad. That was fun. feel like my voice is so deep in the morning.
It's so,
bad.
no.
Start over. Do everything right. Go 3 hard cuts and do everything right. Not just going through the motions. Let's go. Everybody's got 10 push-ups. Got to communicate. Lakeland, as soon as you saw somebody wasn't there, you need to start yelling. We got to be accountable for each other. Go, Ashlyn. So we're going 4-on-4 shell, okay? Saturday, in 2 games, we gave up 21 offensive rebounds in 2 games. Okay? That's not going to benefit us. All right? Multiple times, they're shooting a shot, and we've got 2 people standing at the three-point line, or we've got nobody going to rebound. You're not attacking the rebound. Okay? So, Red, while you're on defense, if Gray gets an offensive rebound, your group just get a medicine ball and you got a lap. Gray team, if all 4 of you don't go rebound, go get a medicine ball, you got a lap because you're not making them any better. All right, let's go. Talk. Good. Talk. Good. Go again. Limit the penetration. Let's go. Good. Being help, Ash. Come on, Ava. Go again. Cut, Cassidy. Right.
Dodgen always talks to us. He's always like, you guys know what the expectations are. You know what you can do this year. We'll be running, and he'll put the sub-state game on the scoreboard just to motivate us because we know, and it brings back all the emotions again.
He definitely has a chip on his shoulder. Of course, the gym, the scoreboard that he puts up almost every practice for us. This year's preseason has been a lot harder than last year. Like we do. Last year we would run, but we wouldn't run like we do this year. He's just really pushing us to be better than we were last year so we wouldn't have to be in the same situation. But it's making us better overall as a team, I would say. Everyone's starting to realize it because we would have a few days off last year, but this year we're starting to have open gyms after practice. I think everyone's starting to buy into it a little bit, I would say. We just can't settle.
I think one of the biggest things that always stood out to us last year is this team always played with so much speed. They were one of the fastest teams you'll see moving up and down the floor, and especially defensively. They were so disruptive with their press, got a lot of steals, but then their ability to shoot it, that's so dangerous. And that's what we saw all season last year from the Warriorettes, and that's what makes them so hard to stop. When you have 6 or 7 people who can step up onto the floor and step up in a big moment at any time, that's huge for a team that's trying to make a run.
They have the people in place. They've just lost a few pieces, but this team it's a very well-functioning machine. A lot of passing, everybody does everything well. So I think that they know how to win now. They're a year older, they're a year better, and they're gonna have a target on their back, but I think that they can get it this year, go to state.
Anytime you've got kids that return to your basketball team, and not just even the 4 out of the 5 starters, when you've got those kids that the other players respect, it makes it so much easier. Just projecting what we've got coming in this year, you got to look. I mean, we're returning 4 out of 5 starters that started 35 ball games for us last year. Obviously we'll go with our senior first, and that's Ava Jones. There's not many 6'2" kids in our area, and she's a 6'2" kid that is committed to Trevecca, She can shoot the three. She gets up and down the floor. She disrupts on the defensive end by just being a rim protector. We've got Gracie Clark, who was the most improved player in our district last year. And she's had a great summer and a great preseason of coming in here and making herself better. Then you take Bella Winningham, who started for us last year. Bella is known to be a shooter and got a lot of range to her jump shot. I mean, there's not been somebody that's shooting at her range here probably since a couple of years ago, where she's able to step back to 24 and 25 feet and knock down shots consistently. You got to have a floor general, you know, and I think Lakeland Gratzky, one of those kids that last year she ended the year with a 3-to-1 assist turnover ratio. That's really unheard of this day and the age of game. She handled our team. Can she score? Absolutely. I mean, she's in the gym all the time, and that in turn makes our unit stronger. Then you go to the sophomore, which would be Ashlyn Selby. You know, projected wise, Ashlyn had a great freshman year and grew. I thought in the substate game, to be a freshman, and I had to throw her out there in some situations, she handled herself just fine and did some things, made some plays there at the end of the game that were huge for us in that setting. And she's one that had a fantastic summer for us. She's not, you know, going to be able to come in and just clean up some stuff this year. She's got to go in there and make the thing happen. You know, you bring in a Kennedy Billings that's a senior, bring Kyra Fox in there and Kylie Norville and some people like that, because you're only going to be as good as your depth allows you to be, and you got to be able to just fill somebody in that next spot.
So today is a rest day. As you can see, we're gonna shoot on the gun. Some people are just gonna sit and do nothing.
I'm getting my work
And then we got some people on the goal down there. 6:30. But yeah.
Newcomers.
This is a rest day, so we're not going hard today. I'll introduce everybody. This is Lakeland. She's 5'6", 5'5". She's a point guard. We have Kylie, certified bench warmer. She's with me though. I would be a bench warmer if I played too. Kyra,
I'm right by you on the bench.
She was a bench warmer, but now she's a sub. She's moved up on the bench. Bella, I don't know how tall you are. 5'5". Bella's 5'5". She's a shooting guard. Keely,
student coach.
She's a student coach.
When is how you're coming back senior year?
Oh yeah. Everyone, listen to this. See this? This had nothing on me. I'm coming back my senior year, and I don't know, I'm going to be the best post player that's ever came to White County, period.
Powerful knee here.
Yeah, powerful knee. Everyone pray for my knee and for my health.
What's something we can start yapping about, guys? I had a dream about ants, and it was like, no, it was like all in my room. Wait, wasn't it like all in my room? Yeah. I kind of forgot what it was about, but it was like all in my room, and it was, no, like I had a dream, and it was like everywhere in my room, and I like didn't know what to do. I remember you, Addison, and Kylie's face. That's the only people I remember.
wasn't in your dream?
Yeah. Kylie and me were staring at bed. You were asleep.
I wasn't in your dream?
No.
That's sad.
Oh, no.
Did you finish English?
No. That's looking up Quizlet. Yep.
On free days, we play pass the mic, okay?
I'm passing the phone to the girl that's going to go D1.
I'm passing the mic to the person that is the most aggressive and hustles the most.
I'm passing the mic to someone who probably hasn't washed their hair in 2 weeks.
Okay, Hallie?
I'm passing the mic to someone who would most definitely fight someone during a game.
I'm passing the mic to somebody who changes their hair every single week.
Okay, Kennedy?
Yeah. I'm passing the phone to somebody that has a hot dad. Give it to Bella.
I'm about to talk to her about this BMW. Since when did you get a BMW?
What?
Since when did you get a BMW?
It's not mine. It's actually Danielle's, but no one drove it, so when I
everybody have a seatbelt or
Jacob
not?
were like,
Yeah, I think that was a little bit illegal.
What? It was 5 of us.
Okay.
Cassidy, don't you get everything in your bowl? Okay.
I'm going extra wide.
Extra rice.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's crazy.
Wait, I don't know what I want. You go first.
You literally, the menu's that big.
What should I get?
You have like 3 options. You have a burrito, bowl, taco, or salad.
She only gets cheese dip.
No,
I told her she's only got cheese dip.
She ain't gonna eat that by herself.
One more pile.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Oh my God. She told me she got everything. She wasn't lying.
What kind of chicken? Do you just get regular chicken?
There's only regular chicken.
Oh. They did have that one. They had like a thing. They had a different kind of chicken. Can I get a bowl with white rice?
Any beans?
Black beans. Chicken.
Any queso?
Yes, please.
John's a different person every time. Okay, I'll be ready next time.
Yeah, have your phone out ready. Yeah, because that's the last one after it.
Oh, okay.
It was zoomed in right on his face. I looked up and there.
You know, every year you got to approach what you do with each team, what you think they can handle. And the expectations that I think these young ladies have for themselves, I think they expect for themselves to be good. And to have those expectations, it doesn't per se mean you have to work harder. It means you got to be ready to be challenged every day. And whether it's in the weight room, whether it's on the track, whatever it may be, you don't get there by just showing up every day and just going through the motions. You get there with the work that's put in from when you first start till you end the day. I mean, this bunch, they put in the time, they put in the work. I don't have to beg. And there's been years in coaching, this is year 24 for me, where I've had to beg kids to get in the gym. You don't have to beg with this group. This group's built a little bit different. Does that mean we win more? Does that mean we achieve everything we want to achieve? No, it's like what we talked about earlier. You got to have some luck with that. But it's an exciting time to when you come to work every day, when basketball practice starts or when conditioning starts, you're just not dreading it. Now, they may dread it because of what's coming, but as a head coach, you're proud of what these kids are doing and you're proud of the work ethic that they've established in themselves to try to be the best that they can be every single day.
They have to grapple with the fact that there are expectations now. We've seen what they can do, and obviously we want to go further, but obviously people are going to take note this year, and there's going to be no catching by surprise. Like, oh man, White County's like really on a roll here. They haven't lost yet. Or man, they're on a 17-game win streak. That's expected now.
I think losing the last game, we know what it takes now, and we know how close we were, and I feel like now we're more hungry for it and we want it more because we know what's at stake.
I think you look at every team different, you know, and you look at some teams, and some teams want to talk about the aspirations of playing in Murfreesboro in March. Some teams expect to play in Murfreesboro in March every year. I think that this team has the ability to get that done. The only negative that this team has that I'm going to say per se a Dyersburg or an Upper East Tennessee team, they don't have to go through the gauntlet that this team has to go through. This team has to go through a gauntlet, not only in the district, but then you turn around, you got to go through that gauntlet in the district tournament. You got to go through that gauntlet again in the region tournament. 99% of the time, our district tournament turns into the region tournament. Can't take a day off. You take a day off, somebody's going to sneak up and beat you that shouldn't beat you. And you just hope that that's not your last game of the year. I think this team has the want to get there. Because I honestly, you can say cliches and everything you want to say. When the girls that were playing on last year's team left Heritage, I think they realized that there was some stuff that was unfinished that we needed to finish.
Is this year, is it a state tournament or like it's a waste of a season?
For me, it is. I think, you know, if you win 40 games in the season, what does it mean if you can't go all the way? So for me, yeah.